All right, cool. So what do you think the score is gonna be? And
I think, honestly, I see it being like a draw, either 0-0 or 1-1. I don't see this getting higher than like.
you don't see a lot of goals.
I don't see a lot of goals. I think it's gonna be very, very testy for both teams. What about you?
I think the same thing. Mostly because Simeone just loves to defend a lot. You're up. Oh. Nah, he took. Yeah.
Oh, oh! That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
I don't know.
That's a penalty. He's not gonna check
He
it.
saw it too,
Yeah,
right?
he's not gonna check it. But that's a penalty. That's a penalty. Oh.
Here comes the play. He passes to the next. Who's that? 22?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
22.
pass.
Goal. Goal.
Oh. Offside. Oh no.
No, he wasn't offside. He came from the back.
I was talking about
Oh,
the other one. Damn.
well deserved goal. I think they were playing much better than I anticipated.
Yeah.
And
And what's
all,
weird is that they got one through a counterattack, which makes it almost impossible for them to win that.
Oblak almost saved it too, if you think about it. He literally put it between his leg. No, he's good.
He's way good.
That was a good pass too, cause he.
Yeah.
That was a good pass. Those are the passes too that you can mess up and give the ball too much.
Could Oblak have done more?
I think he could have done more because look, watch. Yeah, he could have closed his legs. Like literally, literally.
Look at this. It's straight at him.
Did it go?
It went just between his legs. Like it went straight at him.
No, it didn't. They go between his legs.
No, it went, like,
He could have saved
it
it.
went
No, he
between
could have
his-
saved it.
That's what I'm saying. It went between his hand and his
Yeah,
leg.
I thought it went between both of his legs. Shoot! Go! Oh!
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's a good shot.
Oh!
Oh.
Imagine he scored that
I
goal.
know.
Holy shit! That was a really good shot. What just happened?
I have no idea what just happened.
He elbowed him.
I guess. Oh. Nice.
Oh!
Nice. No.
No, that's good.
Yes, go back.
Let's get a good pass to the other side.
No.
No.
What are you doing?
Go, golazo.
Oh.
Too late now.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is it. This is it. I put $10.
You can't ask for a better
10
chance.
bucks, 10 bucks.
Come on. Shoot it. Shoot it. Go. No, we got the goal part. It's just the celebration part. Ah, who scored that? Who scored that?
Emerson.
Wow. What a. That's what they needed to do. That's what Conte needed to do to Hudson-Odoi.
He gave too much in the one.
Yeah, he gave away too much on the side. There's a good pass in the middle.
All right, guys. So before we give our summary for the game, we're gonna do a quick. Knowing now that Chelsea won, we're gonna do our quick how do you say it? Our table, right, for the final.
Oh, like next round?
Yeah, the next round. What is it? The eight
Round of
it's
quarterfinals?
quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
So we're gonna do our first two teams. I'm gonna go first. Ready?
Yep.
All right. I picked my team. Pick your team. This is gonna be the first teams in the quarterfinals. Who do you have?
Porto.
So Porto. So I guess Porto playing home.
Yep.
All right. Porto versus PSG. You
know what?
That's gonna be a really good
You
game.
know what? can imagine Porto getting through that.
Yes, exactly.
But I wouldn't put my money on it. But if there was a team that could like just
But
get a crazy win over PSG, it would be Porto.
exactly,
It would be Porto.
exactly. The only team that could is very tricky to go against will be Porto.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Porto doesn't have like two players that got a yellow card and a red card last time, but still, I think that one of the teams that'll fight for everything, and PSG will have a really good match.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's the first one. I'll put it up on the screen. Porto versus PSG. Let's go on to the next one. You go. I go first now,
Yeah, go first.
and I open it up. I guess. Okay, go. Get one.
So this is like a guesses for the.
Yeah. So I'll go first. So the first or the next team that goes up is Dortmund. It's Dortmund versus
Liverpool.
Liverpool. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good match too.
If this game happens, it's
I-
it's gonna be very like this way, this way, this way, this way. It won't be
Yes.
like let's hold on to the ball.
But if Dortmund has the Haaland that will play versus Sevilla, I think they're gonna pull this through. Just because Liverpool has a bad defense right now.
But also, actually, if I had to put my money on it, I think I still pick Liverpool.
Really?
I think I still.
I think in this one, definitely.
Only because like Holland's been let down by the rest of his team before, so they've been
Oh.
in games where he scored like 2 goals and then they concede.
But that's what
4.
I'm saying. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe then. Oh, especially with their Sevilla game.
Yeah.
All right. So, for me at least, Dortmund was going to win this one if they play Liverpool. Next. All right.
I go first.
We have.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
the next team is Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea played really well today, guys. And Chelsea's going to play or verse Real Madrid. Chelsea versus Real Madrid. All right. Who do you think is going to win this one?
You know what? There's one thing with Real Madrid that I don't think Benzema has been tested with, and it's defenders that will push you.
Yes.
back to the ground.
Yes.
Which Chelsea's defenders today show that they can do that.
Uh-huh.
So if Chelsea's defenders can do that against Real Madrid, especially against Benzema, I don't think Real Madrid can score.
Yes, exactly.
So I
Especially the winger. No, was it a winger? Yeah, the guy who gave Savic the red card. Was he a winger?
No, he was a defender.
Defender? Okay. That guy was really good.
Yeah.
He stopped a lot of times versus Llorente, and I think if anybody can like get close to stopping Benzema, will probably be him
Or the other guys.
or the other guy. Yeah. Because they go at it. They body
Yeah.
people. So I think in this one, Chelsea for me.
Yeah, I would go. And that's not even because I'm like a Barcelona fan.
Yeah.
It's just because what I saw from them today against Benzema, if they can effectively lock Benzema out like they did against Suarez, I think it's a wrap.
And especially if they go at it like they did today, because when Real Madrid played, who did they play? Atlanta.
Yeah.
When they play them, I feel like the other
Atlanta
team.
did not have a Kovacic.
Yes.
Chelsea does.
They weren't really like
There's no one that could like get past.
they weren't
Modric.
physical
Yeah.
either. So I think Chelsea is a more physical team, and I think they can outrun Madrid.
Yep.
All right, let's go with the last one, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. I picked this one, and it is, of course, the last two. But playing home is
Wait.
Bayern Munich.
You know which one's left, right?
Who?
Think about the teams we chose. I have Man City.
Oh, that's gotta be crazy. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, even though I won this for last, I think that's gonna be a crazy quarterfinals.
Yeah, and because this is like just like a guess, like of what could happen. You know what? And you know what's good about the way we set it up? We didn't get any teams that conflicted against each other. So these are all
Yes.
legitimate games that could happen.
This is gonna be crazy. Who do you think if they Bayern Munich were be able to face Man City, who would win? Actually, matter of fact, first leg, Bayern Munich versus Man City.
Man City at home. If Bayern Munich can play, this all depends on Bayern Munich because I've seen them lose against bad teams and then win against teams that like should have caused them a problem. If I had to guess between the first two teams in the first leg of Bayern Munich's at home, I'll go with the Bayern Munich win, like 1-0.
Okay. And playing at Man City,
City, I think it's 1-1.
1-1. So you think
Bayern-
Liverpool's gonna win?
I think
I mean, Bayern Munich's gonna win.
I think Bayern Munich eventually just.
I
PSG.
would. Or
I want PSG to go against Bayern Munich again because I think over 2 legs they can beat them. But
that's true. But I think that overall, if Bayern Munich were to face Man City, I would rather have that in the semi or final.
semi,
I wouldn't want them to face it here,
yeah, not
just because. But
for entertainment
I think that
purposes.
we have a really good how do you say it? Good matches coming up, and if guys, if we actually predict what
'Cause these
we
are
saw
all
here,
good
these are
games.
very good games
They're
that could
good
happen.
games.
So hopefully, if one of these at least happen, because it's gonna be a crazy, especially that Man City versus
If you had to
Bayern
pick
Munich.
two ties that you were like, okay, I want these to happen, which would they be? Because for me, I would want Liverpool versus Dortmund, and then Bayern Munich versus Man City.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, same here. All right, guys. No, so now let's do it. All right, guys. So now let's do the summary of the game of Man City. All right, guys. So that was basically our what you guys see on your screen there. That's basically our matches, our predictions coming up for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But now let's move on to the summary of Chelsea versus Atletico Madrid. All right, final game. It was 2-0, aggregate 3-0.
Yep.
Final thoughts final thoughts on the game.
In terms of Chelsea, I think Chelsea did a really good job in terms of the I've been watching a lot of Chelsea games because I wanted to know, like, because I know Tuchel from PSG. I know he wanted to do more than he could for PSG because obviously they had Mbappe, they had Neymar, and when I see him in Chelsea, I'm like, this is a very organized team. Like, I don't think Chelsea have one player then go like, guys, this is the best player like in this position in the world. Yeah. They just have a bunch of good players. And what I see Tuchel doing with this team, I'm like, this is what PSG could have been. Like, if he could have somehow made a way so, like, Neymar, you have to do this. Positionally, you have to keep doing this. Or Mbappe, you have to keep doing this. I'd be like, he probably could have created something more special. But he had to accommodate for Mbappe and Neymar. But, like, I'm really impressed by Tuchel. Now, I do think they have a problem in terms of scoring. Because even though they scored like 2 goals today, I'm like, you guys do need to score more. Because it didn't have to be to the last like minute of the game to score. Even though there was like the cream on top. But like, what if Atletico get the penalty? And then it's 1-1. And then Atletico maybe get a second. And it's 2-1. Like, you can't rely on like last minute goals like that. That's just me. But yeah, Atletico, in terms of Atletico, I think it is like, if they don't win La Liga, I think it's over for Simeone. And I think it's kind of getting to a Valverde point because like in terms of, I think Simeone needs to, like, if he wants his job next season, he has to promise like the owners or like the fans going like, I'm gonna bring in a lot of youth. Like, I'm gonna bring in a lot of youth and show you guys maybe we can build towards something. Because right now all his players are pretty much in their prime. So how much better can they really get?
So my final thoughts on the game is one, Chelsea definitely needed that goal today, especially because they've been scoring just one goal or overall.
1 goal or 2 goals?
One goal, yeah. But they've been winning by a little bit,
Yeah.
pretty much. And I think a lot of fans were criticizing the manager. And if I was a fan of Chelsea, I wouldn't criticize them because this new manager at least is giving them wins and no losses. I think they have how many? 8 wins, 4 draws, and 0 losses. So at least this is the good thing they take from today's game. Atletico Madrid definitely slacked since they started playing.
Yeah, and imagine the damage this would do to them for La Liga.
Yes,
Now they're
they're 4 points ahead, but
it was
they
like 13 points.
it was
instead of
crazy.
16.
Yeah, I actually thought they were gonna
I thought they were gonna.
yeah. And this is gonna hit them really hard, especially for La Liga. But I think we were seeing this coming from a while now, like probably
Yeah.
the last 4 or 5 games. Atletico's been playing bad,
Yeah.
and I think when they get scored on is when their mentality goes down. They've been at least, if they actually had a good mentality, they could have tied today's game.
Yeah, because they don't have players like Odin that you can trust on the last minute to just maybe get a tie, get a draw somewhere, give them life. But like, They don't have someone like that. The closest player that they have now is like Joao Felix, who almost scored, but even he missed, or
Yeah.
Suarez, but Suarez really didn't have a shot.
Yeah. I think that penalty should have been called because that was a clear penalty.
I think
I think they would have given him the goal, but they wouldn't have changed the game at all. I think overall Chelsea was just dominating them.
I think the only problem I have with Chelsea is that yes, actually, you know what? Even if the penalty happens, I agree with you. I don't think Chelsea loses, and because of that reason, I think it would have been a draw, and then Chelsea would have still had the goal advantage.
Exactly. So yeah, guys. So that was basically our summary of the game. It was a pretty entertaining game, and like we said, Chelsea deserved that other goal. They should have scored at least 2 or 3 goals, maybe three. But I don't know if I'm being dramatic here. But they had a lot of more chances than
No, they really
Atletico.
should have scored more.
Yeah. So that being said, Pulisic came in. He helped the last goal with that pass he did, and there was nothing for Oblak to do at the end.
Yeah,
So
that shot was even
yeah,
more dangerous than
yeah.
because like it was just a one-on-one.
He couldn't
Nice
reach
shot from
that.
far.
You
There's
could.
no
There's
way
no
he
way he
reached
could
that.
reach that. Yeah. So basically, guys. Well, like we said, it was a really good game. Hope you guys really liked our.
What?
Hopefully.
What? Oh, you
All
messed
right.
up.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys liked our reaction today. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, comment anything you guys would like, or any suggestion to our channel. This is a new channel this year. So if you guys want us to react to any other videos of soccer or any other sports, please let us know in the comment below. And yeah, guys, we'll see you in the next video.
Peace, guys.